Hi everyone, this little lesson is presented by Port St. Lucie Utility Systems, connected to the community since
1994.
That's right, that's long before you were born. This is my daughter Molly, she's going to be helping us out today. Molly, say hello to everyone.
Hello.
Hello everyone. Alright, we are going to be making a do-it-yourself water filter. So we've talked before about how the city of Port St. Lucie uses reverse osmosis and different kinds of filters to clean up our water. So that's why we're going to make a filter today. Now, when we use our filters at the city of Port St. Lucie, we clean up your water, we send it to your house. It's okay and safe to drink. This water that we're going to be cleaning today, it's going to be clear, but let's be clear, it's not going to be safe or okay to drink. Okay? This is just to show you how we can use different layers of different materials to trap any dirt that's in water, okay? So are we going to drink this water today?
No.
Are you going to drink this water today? No, we're not drinking this water today, okay? Just to be clear. All right, so let's get started. So we've got some materials that we got from the dollar store. We also have some materials that we found at the pet store in the aquarium section or the fish section, okay? All right, so first thing we need, Molly can grab yours, just a 2-liter bottle, an empty 2-liter bottle. We cut the bottom of it off. I actually ripped the label off so it's easier to see. I just wanted it fresh and clean. All right, so we've got our 2-liter bottles. And then we also got these containers from the dollar store just because we're gonna hold this together, okay? That's just sort of more like a stand. Okay, so we don't just drip everything all over the place. So this is going to be the base of our filter, okay? We also need a coffee filter because what does a coffee filter do? Anybody? Anybody? Well, it's a filter, okay? So when you put the coffee grounds in the filter, when you put the coffee in the filter, water passes through it and you left with the flavor of the coffee but not the gritty grinds, right? The grounds of the coffee stay in here. So that's exactly how this is going to be used today. So we get our coffee filter. Now these rip very easily, okay? So just be tender with it. You need a rubber band, okay? So we're just going to wrap that around like we're wrapping a ponytail, I guess. All right, so mine wrapped around 3 times. I had enough, but you want to make sure that that's tight. It's like a little hat. A little fancy hat with a collar. All right, good? All right, let me just move that rubber band just around here a little bit more. Because what happens is we're going to put a bunch of stuff inside, and if it's heavy, it's just going to fall right through the bottom. All right, so I'm actually going to wrap yours around one more time. Good?
It's not going to break.
No,
Good.
it's like our little ghosts. All right, so, yes, so we're going to flip that over. Okay, and then we're going to put it in there. So that's our nice stand. Okay, so now we're going to make some layers of different materials that we got from the pet store. So our first layer, and I just put them in bags so it was easy so we knew how much. And there's not very much in here. There's maybe like, I'd say a half a cup to a cup. All right, so this first layer is just fine sand, okay? Makes me want to go to the beach. This is actually luxurious. All right, so this first layer, you can see that, of fine sand. We're going to put that in first. So we're just going to dump that in.
Let's see. Open up spills.
Okay, set our bag to the side. Easy does it. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It feels nice. It's actually cool to the
Not
touch.
really our beaches, more like other beaches. So.
Yes, our beaches are a little grittier. Maybe.
Can I put my bag over here?
Yeah. Sure. Just sit that on down. All right. So you want this first layer to be nice and level. So you can either tamp it down or you can do what Molly's doing and use this part of your fist to just press it and pack it down.
Grind it.
Yeah, we don't need to grind.
No, not really.
We don't need to put too much effort into it. You just want to tamp it down, okay?
Oh, it feels so nice.
Okay, I know. All right. Okay, ready? So yours is good. Okay, now we're going to put in a second layer. So the second layer is more coarse, if you will. So it's a little more gritty, more, how would you describe this?
Like cat litter.
it almost feels like cat litter if you're familiar with that texture. So that's going to be more, let's do like
This is more like
see.
our sand that we have.
Yeah, so these are going to be like more like actual really tiny like crushed rocks or shells, okay? So that's the next layer that we're going to put in. Again, all of this came from the pet store in the aquarium section. So you want to pour that in slowly because you don't want your layers to mix together. You want to have 3 very distinct layers. First layer is fine sand. Second layer is this coarse sand layer. Okay, put our bag there. And again, my layer's a little crazy, so I'm going to tamp it down very gently. Okay, you can also do the Molly method here, and you can just press it down like that. Now I'm going to just bring this up for a second, peel away my coffee filter so you can see I have 2 really nice, even layers of the sand and then the coarse sand. Okay, so I'm going to put that back down in there. And our last layer is going to be the gravel layer. So this is definitely more like rocks.
Like blue rocks.
Yeah, so this is, and I chose this color because I thought it was pretty. So it's more like gravel that you would, again, put in a fish tank. All right, so that's our next layer. We want to keep them separated, so pour it slowly.
Not really slow, but it's
yeah. But you know what I mean. You don't want to like just dump it in. Okay, all right, so we've got that. So again, kind of move it around. You can use the Molly method. All right, so again, let me just show you. Let me pull that away so you can see. So we have 3 very distinct layers. So we've got our fine sand, our coarse sand, and then our rocks up at the top, our gravel. All right, so we're going to leave that in there. So next what you want to do, you want to pour a little bit of water. Now this is where the pouring slowly, all right, comes into play. Now if you were to just dump this water in, then that could mix your layers together and then it's not going to be as good a visual, all right? All right, so you want to pour this in very slowly.
How much, really?
It doesn't have to be. So
like
you want to pour it in. So what's happening is the water's going to work its way through each layer. So once you see a drip of water coming out of the bottom, then you're going to stop. That's your cue to stop.
More?
Yeah, you do more.
Just tell me when.
So yeah, I mean not very much. I mean I'm not doing exact measurements as you can see. But you know, the bigger your layers are, obviously it's going to take that much longer for the water to work its way through.
Ooh.
Do you have a drip?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
It looks like one, but like too fast.
Okay. So you can see that the coffee filter, mine's starting to get a little wet here.
Oh, me too. It's like just starting and it's like moving.
Okay.
There we go. Now it's all wet.
All right. So now Molly's going to get a drip here in a moment. I'm going to add a little more water to
There's
mine.
a drip. I just got
all right.
a drip.
So once you have a drip, you
drips.
can stop, okay?
More drips.
So let's show you
Too
up
many
close
drips.
to that. So can you see that Molly's is dripping? All right, so Molly's got a drip there, and mine is dripping. Good, good, good. Okay.
Here we go.
So that's our water filter. Wait, we haven't filtered anything. That's just clean, clear water going through all these layers. Now, let's put some dirty water in. So this is our fresh, dirty water.
You can just get this from the backyard and mix it with water.
And we're not going to drink this either, are we? This is literally just dirt from my backyard mixed with water. So I'm going to just churn it up a little bit, get the chunks up off the bottom. Okay. So now let's see what happens when we pour the dirty water in. So well, I know you know what's going to happen, so we'll just sit tight for a moment. Okay.
Smells.
We'll let everybody at home, it smells like dirt, right? All right, so we're going to let everybody at home kind of come up with an hypothesis as to what's going to happen when we pour this dirty water into our water filter. I'm going to mix that. It's tough to mix.
I feel it.
It's very, dense on the bottom. I may have gone a little overboard with the amount of... All right. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's clean this up. All right, so I'm going to pour some in mine. And again, very slow pour. Ooh, I saw a chunk. Ooh.
Some of this.
Ooh, okay. All right, ready? Now let's pour some in yours.
It's dripping.
Ooh, girl.
Dirt.
Ooh, okay. We got some chunks.
Mine's like really fast.
Ooh, yeah, yours is going. So again, Molly, can you hold yours up a little bit so everybody can see? So we've got the water dripping from the bottom. I mean, you can see that's very dirty water up on top of there. Very dirty water, right?
Icky.
So what's really cool about this filter is that we've got these big dirt chunks in there. So as the water works its way through the layers, there's space in between. So there's space in between the gravel, there's space in between the coarse rocks, and then there's a little tiny bit of space in between the sand, which just allows the water to pass through. So those bigger chunks, they're going to get trapped up top in that top layer. And as this really starts working, let me see yours. This is just going to take... And it's a kind of a slow process, but if you're doing it at home, it's really fun to watch. So what I do, I actually peel this back so I can see it really, really good. But you can see that sand layer is completely wet. You can also see in my middle layer, you can see some small dirt chunks that have made their... Do you have some in yours?
Yeah.
I have some dirt chunks sort of settling in this middle layer here. It's fun. It might not be exciting TV, but it's fun to watch at home if you're doing it live and in person. But you can see that dirt just kind of sitting on top, but then some of the smaller chunks and particles are making their way through down to this middle layer. But then in the sand layer, there's not enough space really for any of that dirt to settle, so just the clear water is able to pass through, and then that's the drip that we're getting from the bottom. So now this coffee filter is completely wet, so just be careful you don't want to tear it. So very carefully just kind of peel it away so you can see it. But what a neat experiment. I mean, you can really see and you can really watch how we went from this to this clear water that's dripping out of the bottom. Now again, are we going to drink this?
No.
It might look clear, but I have to tell you, it smells like dirt. There are microscopic things in here that you do not want in your body. So just because you can't see them doesn't mean it's not there. So again, this is not safe to drink. This is just to demonstrate and show you what it looks like to use different layers of materials to trap. Yeah, my favorite part.
There's some black dots in the
You've got a dirt line. Hang on. Yours is better than mine. This is why we did 2 of them. There's always a good one. You're an A student over here. All right, so I'm going to get up real close. So we've got a perfect dirt line. You can really see how the dirt can't move past that sand layer. So that dirt is just settling in a perfect, look at it's all the way around. Why aren't you more excited? You have a dirt line. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. All right, we've got a perfect dirt line right in between those 2 layers. Woo! My yours look better than mine. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's perfectly beautiful though. But you can really see how those larger chunks, there's still plenty of water in here. This takes a while. Because of all these different layers. It's going to take a few minutes for this water to dump through, but what you're going to be left with is sort of this soupy dirt up on top that's settling into this top layer. You've got the smaller dirt chunks that are able to pass through and work their way down into this middle layer, into that coarse rocks, coarse sand, and then you've got this perfect, beautiful dirt line where you can really see how that sand layer stops those particles from working their way through. And then you are left with clear water in the bottom.
There's a few little dark.
There might be a few,
dots.
and that's why again we're not going to drink this, right? Because who knows what kind of microscopic things are in there.
If you look really, really close, it looks like there's almost like ants, but not ants, but kind of like
something. There's a couple floaters in there. But it just really gives you a good idea of how filters work. Again, we went from this to that. This is like an infomercial.
It's like impossible.
That's a big difference, okay? All right, so you can make these filters at home. Maybe try different materials if you don't have fish or, don't want to go to the aquarium, the pet store to get these things, because it does cost a little money, but, we provide these materials and things when we do in-person presentations. Obviously, we're not doing that here. But if you need any help, I can actually send you full instructions on everything you need, and then you can go over again step by step how we did this today. So if you want any more information on this project, send an email to jtomes@cityofpsl.com. If you end up doing your own DIY water filter at home, send me a picture or a video. I would love to see it, right? Show me those perfect, beautiful dirt lines. That would make my day. Send me an email at jtomes@cityofpsl.com. We'll see you next time on
Little Lessons.
I forgot the name of my show. Yes, on Little Lessons. Take care, everybody.